Good evening. Hey, how you doing? Bob, Daryl, Adam, Snow from the Yukon, and James, what is up, brother? Let me do an audio test. Let me make sure everything's working. And Joe, how are you, brother? Does it look a little dark in here? And Don. Does it look dark in here? No, she won't be on. Thank you, Daryl. I appreciate it. No, it's summer. She's been busy, so she won't be on. Seems like it looked dark to me on my TV screen, but maybe it's not. I was trying to turn some of the lights down because they were glaring at the camera because of the LED lighting in the garage. It's really hot in this garage. I know that. I miss being in the office at the house where the AC's running. Anybody get anything done today? I did, thankfully. Not dark, just bright red shirt, I think is the difference. It could be. Yeah, you might be right. I had to turn some of the lights out. It was just, when I was looking at it, it was really bright, really, really bright. But hey, what's up, Scott? Just checking a couple settings here real quick. I have to kill some of these lights. Bright and cheery. Actually, I need a shave and everything, but I was out running. What's up, Rick? With Heather getting supplies for the yard. We needed mulch and everything. And hey, Alita, how are you? And I thought, well, I got to hurry up and get home and get ready for live chat. Heather bought me a new ring light that I'm looking at right now that's much better. Now I'm glad. Otto, what is up? It's working really well. The other one I had was like too tall and I was looking up in the air at the camera. So this one's a lot better in all sincerity. Today, my buddy come over, Evan, and we tried out the new welder, which is right there, back there. That Lincoln welder that they came out with, I can get the box if you want to see it, the 90i weld pack. And it's a Lincoln. It does flux and it does gas. I used gas. I'm amazed. It threw down some really nice welds. And I think it was like $350 from Home Depot. So if anybody wants to see the box, I'll put it up to the camera if you are interested in one. I mean, everybody has them. Home Depot, you can go on Google and find them, you know. And what's up, Bill? And it actually, Evan was using it and said, wow, this is really a nice welder, which Lincoln does put out nice stuff. But I was always using Harbor Freight Flux Core because I didn't have a lot of money. Not that I do now, but that's what happens when you charge stuff. But it really, really is a nice welder. I'm really happy with that Lincoln. I know they sell ones that are $700, $800, $900, but for what I do in the garage, my father through basis, we worked on a 74 Super. We installed a black headliner. It was a pain in the ass, but it is, and it looks good for the first time doing one. Oh, awesome, Daryl. Yeah, I did a 3-part series on a headliner and a 73 Super that I did the first time on the community channel. They're not fun, in all honesty. That's why I was thankful in the one here, the 68. The headliner had one little flaw, and I repaired it, and I dyed it with Rust-Oleum's vinyl dye. And it isn't like anybody's going to sit on the headliner, so it isn't going to wear up, but it looks brand new. I didn't feel like doing a headliner again right now. They're just not fun, you know. Hey, James, what's up, brother? And Mr. Rad Guy, how are you? I thought, you know what? If I can go ahead and dye it, I'm going to. Hey, Heidi, what's up? And they're. I'm not saying you can make a headliner look professional, but it takes a lot of patience. The heat gun, stretching, pulling, swearing, stuff like that. And hey, Lloyd, we got 35 people, but only 19 likes. Can we please hit the like button? I'd appreciate it. It helps the algorithm a lot. I really, really appreciate it. George, what is up? You're down the beach, Florida. You're out fishing and watching live chat. You're a true member. And Ben, how are you? Yeah, but a lot of welding got done today that needed done. Now I can go ahead and work on the interior also, because there was a hole right where the inner well comes down and meets, and that needed done. It was a big project. That's why I done the insert headliner. I showed you that you want to try it out. There's a few wrinkles, but it looks good enough. Daryl, the wrinkles, it happens. I mean, honestly, when I had a few wrinkles in mine, I opted out and didn't use the heat gun though, because they can get too hot and burn a hole right through. And Lord Mark, what is up? And truthfully, I used a hair dryer, warmed it up, cooled it down with air, warmed it up, cooled it down with air, and the wrinkles came out. So that does work. You just got to watch you don't burn a hole in a headliner. That's the main thing. But of course, that. 34. We got 34 likes or 27 likes, 34 people. That's getting pretty close now. And Gus, good evening to you. But hey, Miss D. Almost forgot the girls were watching Herbie on my phone. I haven't watched it in a while. But yeah, that welder really made me happy today. I knew Lincoln was a good welder, but you never know a cheaper one what they're going to function like. But the welding is done. So now I got to get some seam sealer. I'm going to try something. A lot of people said that, hey, Rick, how are you, brother? A lot of people said get 3M urethane seam sealer. I did some research and I wanted a sandable. I can't show you it. It's not here yet. I wanted a sandable seam sealer. Now, if some of you already know of another one, please tell me. But POR 15 or POR 15, I don't know how to pronounce it. They have a seam sealer in a tube. It's like a toothpaste tube. And it, truthfully, I watched quite a few videos and this stuff goes on and it's hard as a rock when it's done. I don't know if that's good. And then it's sandable and it don't come off, goes over bare metal rust or anything. So I'm going to try that because I need a nice blend with the seam sealer that's sandable. And I think some of the ones that, hey, Bob, what's up, brother? Some of the ones that are too soft, I can't sand them and blend them in, So let me see. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Picked up my case today. Had it bored out 77.6 upgrade. Oops, it just jumped the screen. Getting excited. Have to buy parts. There you go. The 1776, in my opinion, is a really great daily driver. I've read articles in Hot VW magazine years ago and everything, and the 1776 is a very nice daily driver, and it got that extra pull for going up hills and everything. So I think that's a really good choice. Windshield urethane that's never going to allow anything in, holds on my horse's blankets for years in rain. Yeah, I gotta sand it though, Misty. I need it smooth. That's why I'm going to do the POR 15, because I need it to smooth into the lines, where a lot of people go tape it off, brush it, and I've tried that before and it doesn't work very well. I'm going to be putting my car in for a show tomorrow. It's nowhere near done, but it's going to be a car show for the elderly patients at my wife's nursing home she works at. That's awesome, Daryl. Don't forget pictures when you do that. I love seeing pictures. I really, really do. Mine's not even going to be ready for my picnic or get together. It's just not, and I'm not going to rush it and start screwing stuff up, but I wished it would be. Slade, I use KBS Coatings, good products. I've never heard of them before. KBS Coatings. Let me write that down real quick. I'm just curious. KBS Coatings. I never heard of them before, to be honest with you. I'm always looking to try new stuff. I mean, having gas lets me weld outside. Flux core won't give the result I want. You know what, Bill? Hey, Ben, how are you? I actually always had just a flux core welder, just whatever I could afford, I would grab. And the gas, I mean, I'm not a good welder. I have to learn to weld better, obviously. But the gas, there's just a big difference no matter what. And some guys are probably really good with flux core, you know. Speaking outside headliners, I look for the same headliner you used in the 73. Vendor couldn't answer my questions. The part number. Just shoot me a message on Facebook, Otto. I bought TMI. And that's, if you're asking about which one I used on the 73, that was TMI. And it was fine. I didn't have any problems with it, you know, at all. I was the problem with it because I was new to headliners. And that's why Heather's in 2 of them videos, because when I started doing it, I started getting irritated, and I normally don't. This Sunday's video, when I was working on my swing axle, that's the first time I got aggravated on film and was getting cranky. In 4.5 years, you'll get to see my first video where I wasn't pleasant the whole way through, but I didn't swear or nothing. I mean, push it in the gap, use your fingers to smooth it out. Shouldn't have to even sand it. No, it ain't going to work that way, Misty. Not on my rain gutters, because I need to curve it up. It's hard to describe, but I can't tape it off or do anything or use my finger. It's got to curl up to where it's at. It's really hard to explain what I'm dealing with this one. So I'm going to have no choice but actually sand it. Not that I want to, but I have to. I'd like to go dual carbs and slightly hotter cam. Need to research. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to use it as a daily, just don't go with too hot of a cam, because then you might get frustrated, or you're really going to have fun, one of the two. But dual carbs wake it up. It always does. Well, I'll be doing pictures. Good, Daryl. Please post some photos. I love seeing stuff like that. And Stephen, welcome in. Recent news up here from Bay, Alabama. I got a 77 standard with stock injection. Love your channel. Well, thank you, Stephen. I appreciate that. And, you know, with the stock injection, I give you credit. You don't see too many of them around. And as much as I would like to have injection, I'd have to find all the parts and everything, because Heather's, if you've been following, Heather's my wife, she has a 77 I'll be doing next in about 3 months. And I wish hers had the injection set up, because they do run so nice. They really do. KBS out of New Hampshire used them for the chassis, and they do engine coatings, fuel cell coatings, seam sealers, and more. I never even heard of them, Mr. Rye. I'm going to have to look into that. I've never heard of KBS. That's the first time. Hey, Bill, just joking. When I get gas, it makes me go outside too. And our 1940 combo has been a daily driver. So the people driving 20 plus years, all combos can be reliable. Yeah, as long as they're put together right. I mean, I've always liked the 1776. I thought it was an awesome motor, especially back in the day, you know. BCM TV, how are you? Carl and Rich, what is up? And Lonnie, she just decided to come in. I'm just scrolling down, make sure I didn't miss nothing. For a guy with neck tattoo, you're amazingly soft-spoken and mindful. I'm me. Tattoos don't, oh my God, my tattoo's gone. I get my tattoos, or had gotten them. My daughter does tattoo work. That's why I ended up, you know. But tattoos to me are just an expression. All of mine have meaning, if that makes any sense, you know. I'm very laid back. It's hard for me to get mad unless I'm doing a headliner. One thing that I had learned when I was trained, we'll put it that way, for 14 years, is always be very peaceful and friendly and fun and be a good person. And that's the way I try to be, in all honesty. Let me see. I have an Eastwood flux core and it does okay, but I learned on a Miller gas unit. Oh, I'm sure. I mean, Eastwood, before I bought the Lincoln weld pack, I tried to order an Eastwood online. It was the Eastwood 180, I think it was called. It had even a setting on there for tack and everything, tacking. And I was like, wow. And then they ran out everywhere. And I'm like, okay, I need a welder now. So, but I am not what you would call an expert welder. So, I mean, I tried the Harbor Freight, the black one. I forget the name of it. I forget now, but it was a flux core. And I'm sure maybe some people can do a good job with it, but it was fighting with me. So, same here with TMI. Was my first install with one. As you say, problem was me, not the headliner. And James, it is. You know, I'll say when I, you know, am at fault, which happens. We're human beings. You know what I mean? But the TMI definitely had a nice quality. But it was my first shot. You know, I've been working on Beetles for a few months, but I never had to do a headliner. And then when you have the sunroof, it makes it even worse. Heather was very calm about it. When she came in the garage, she's like, okay, you need to calm down. Let me help you out. And then she started doing it and she's like, this really sucks. Like, I know. Oh, okay, Otto. Yeah, send me an email. That's fine, brother. No problem at all. Okay, sorry, happy to work with you. Sargo, so we'll do. We have KBS available here too. I looked it up. Lots of plates have it around here. Yeah, I never heard of KBS. I got to look that up. That's amazing that I never caught that before. Not that I know everything, but I used to know about most of the products online. But I'll definitely be looking that up to now. Oldest daughter turned 18 today, and she got a giant rose on each upper bum cheek. Well, happy birthday to her, Ben. That is awesome. My daughter that actually does the tattoos, yeah, she's sleeved. She did them herself. Now, I'm left-handed. I'm a southpaw, so I could probably manipulate something on one arm, but I could never use the opposite hand. And she used both hands, tattooed herself, but she is an artist. She really is. I wished I had her talent. But I can't even draw a stick figure. So, I mean, 1914s get a bad rap because back in 89, 94 slip in size, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I mean, I've never ran 94 millimeters. I have 90 and a halves in what I have now in the 1904. If it was up to me, I'd have a stock motor. Hey, what's up? Lisa just stopped in. And Joseph said, what makes headliners so challenging? Basically, because I think you're dealing with a lot of roundness and then you're stretching and pulling and you almost got to do one so you can get mad over it. And it's, and I'm sure I've watched guys do them that have done probably 20 or 30 of them and they're just boom, 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 real fast. But I can't say they're horrible. Challenging a little bit, yeah. Everything is round on these cars, which makes the headliner a little bit more frustrating to do. Toby, what is up, brother? Just want to pop in and say hi to everyone. Thanks for the carb this week. Still chasing the issue, but with all you, I'm sure I'll get it. Sorry, out to dinner. And my screen jumped. Oh, Southern's replying. Hey, Toby, thanks for stopping in, brother. I appreciate that. I didn't get to talk to you privately about your carburetor, but I did bring up the adjustment on the accelerator pump and to see if your carburetor is icing up on the outside, but we'll go over that later. My East would be converted gas one day, but I figured I'd try to flux core other price. The headliner was a TMI kit. The kit was great. The heat and atmosphere was out issue. And you know what? The Eastwood makes fine products. They really, really do, in all honesty. Like that brush on a seam sealer, and well, a lot of stuff. They have roll-on primer. I mean, Eastwood has a lot of cool stuff. I really wanted that Eastwood 180 welder, though. But I'm kind of glad I got the Lincoln anyhow, though, because it really, really does work nice. Let me see here. Slade, your videos on the transit's fantastic. Thanks. I'm doing mine. Make it look so easy. Thank you, Dawn. The last part of that series is up Sunday, where I put the boot on and shim the axle for play and all that. That's the last part of that series. And that's the one where I got a little cranky in it because I was not happy with the boot, but it happens. And Rich said Harbor Freight is Chicago Electric. That was it. That was it. That was it. And I don't like it. My brother-in-law loaned me his 140 Lincoln, and it's much better. Oh, absolutely. And I'm not trying to put somebody down. I mean, the Harbor Freight Chicago Electric is a budget welder. It is. But for $350, I believe that's what Heather bought me that Lincoln for, the 90i weld pack. It's nice. For the money, I could not believe how nice that thing welded. The challenging part was making sure that you started correctly or end up short and definitely need more than 2 hands. I agree, Daryl. I agree. There's no doubt. If there's a video installing his headliner. I don't know if I belong to him or not, Ben, to tell you the truth. I thought he left for a while, so I don't know. I will never help with another headliner. Heather's not helping. I'm ambidextrous, but I'm right-handed. Your daughter may have to do a tattoo for me in July. You know what, Adam? That I'm ambidextrous when it comes to playing guitar, and that other thing you and I, there's other things I'm ambidextrous with intentionally, but when it comes to writing anything, that I just can't. I can't do it. I've tried, but guitar and then doing sporting activities, I can go both hands fast, but I can't even draw a stick figure with my right hand. I just can't. Yeah, you know what, Adam? I'll talk to her about that. She's good. She just bought a new rotary gun a little while back, but I don't know, with the baby and that, if she's been doing any lately. Miss Ray, okay, she used baby wipes to remove the glue from headliners. And I really enjoyed replacing my headliner. I did the work all myself. Hair dryer, not heat gun, don't burn through. Yeah, you're right, Mark. That's the thing, is the hair dryer is much safer bet, because heat guns, well, you know the deal. James said hello to Heather. And instead of a TMI, would spandex be a better choice for the headliner? Spandex. Actually, if I didn't have a sunroof, I would have done some type of wood across the top, or something different and unique, or some other material. Maybe Hobby Lobby has all kind of different stuff. But when the sunroof comes into play, it complicates it a little bit, Let me see. Eastwood is making some nice affordable products geared towards the DIY weekender that has some pro quality. Yeah, you know what? Eastwood's, they really do. They have some nice stuff. I agree 100%. I'm waiting for your next video to drop. Yep, that'll be Sunday at 11 a.m. I moved them to Sundays for no particular reason. Fridays was just hard for me to get the videos launched. So, I mean, I try to stay with Sundays now. I've got a couple products some people sent me, so I'll do an extra video over the next few weeks just of some products to show if I like them or not. And I warned them, watch sending me stuff, because if I don't like it, I will say it, But, and Lord Mark and Howdy Heather will be watching for sure. Thank you, Dawn. I have to actually edit that video tomorrow. One laying low for a bit, not sure what I'm doing. Yeah, that's actually sad, Heather, but I get it though, babe. Broke my right arm and had it in 6th grade, made myself learn to write left-handed, not beautiful, but legible. Oh man, that would have not been fun. Long story short, when I went to grade school, now we're going way back to 1970, I think 70 or 71. And I went to Catholic grade school, and guess what happened when I started writing with my left hand? That was exciting. God, with them pointers that they point at the board with, and none was whacking my hand, and called my parents. You weren't allowed to write with your left hand then, I guess. I had to. I had no choice. Golf ever with both hands, including cursive. Wow, cursive. Left hand broke while being catcher for 18 years. Wow. I actually, I think now, do they teach cursive in schools now? I'm curious. Now that I seen you say cursive, I mean, I can still write in cursive, but if I did, I think nobody would know what I'm writing. Hello, Heather. Enjoyed the kickback time. I done time in the gardens. Yeah, she's been out getting a lot done in the gardens. Right, dang, autocorrect. Fernando, good afternoon, my friend. Yeah, it's yeah, I guess it's a little before 6:30 out there. And hey, I miss you. Save me back at the house so you can hang out with us. I'm left-handed. I can't do anything right. Yeah, being left-handed could be a little odd sometimes. I didn't even know. I used to use the tin snips or whatever you call them, cutting shears or whatever. And a guy was here one day talking to me, that his body man, and I had a green handled pair and I think a yellow handle. I can't remember. And he went, "Oh, you got left-handed shears." And I started laughing. Here he wasn't joking. The cutters that have the green on them are for left-handers. I didn't know. I had no idea. I thought he was jerking me around at first. No more cursive? No, they don't. You know, that's a shame. Like, why? You know, why did we have to learn it then? Yeah, Heather's laying low for a bit because do you know why? People don't know how to act. That's why. People say very ugly things in comments, which I think is disgusting. These keyboard warriors need their teeth knocked out to upset women. You're not a man when you do stuff like that. I'm sorry. I find it really disturbing. But it's society now, you know. Most schools don't teach it anymore, or math. What do you mean? They're not teaching math? And I don't understand. That's, wow, things must be really changing. It's actually scary. Heather, just like my wife, gardens 3 times a week. She goes to help with horses. Yeah, I think gardening is Heather's. That's her peace and serenity. I'll try to, well, I better not. I was going to say I'll do a quick video walking around everywhere before one of my next videos to show everything that's going on, but it might cause confusion on the channel, you know. No cursive in school. I'm still wondering how people sign their name now. That's a good question. If they're not teaching cursive, no, they do not teach cursive in school nowadays. How do you sign your name, your signature, or do you just kind of cheat it? You know what I mean? And when I was doing a loan on a house online, I didn't really sign anything. Everything was click. Oh, was this close enough? Yeah. It's really weird now. Hey, Dave, what's up, brother? I mean, it's so much has changed that, and somebody said no math. I don't get it. Like, you know, hey, we have 60 folks and only 41 likes. Can we hit the like button? I'd really, really appreciate it. And Lonnie, when I was growing up in the Middle East, I had my hands wrapped when I tried to write with my left hand, which was natural to me. Okay, yeah, they were smacking my hand with that wooden pointer. And then I forget exactly what they said. I don't want to lie because it was so long ago, but called my parents, the whole ordeal. He's writing with his left hand. I didn't know I was doing anything wrong. I'm ambidextrous. Yeah, and you know what, Alita? Quite a few people are, more than what I thought, you know. Let me, I just, crap. Every once in a while, my chat box jumps in and I got to find out where I was. I still teach cursive here at Tennessee. Oh, I can write left hand, but the worst part of the whole deal was the restroom. And here in Ontario, I believe they are bringing cursive back. You know, I don't know why they ever stopped, in all sincerity. That it makes no sense to me. But then I'm older, so I'm fully ambidextrous, eat right, shave, paint, everything. Wow, that's really cool, Mark. I've tried to teach myself to use my right hand more with different things, but writing and a few things, I just can't. You would not even make sense out of what I wrote with my right hand. You'd be like, wow, he's doing a different language, you know? Send me information. I'll send them straight. Keyboard warriors. Anyway, people are stupid. They just do nasty things. I mean, instead of numbers, they use bubbles. For real, Ben? Because I didn't know if he's kidding or not. Bubbles? I don't, wow. Yeah, what am I missing? They use the computer for everything. Yeah, back in my day, they used to use an overhead, teacher would write on it, put it on an overhead projector type thing and aim it at the board. And that's just how we learned a lot. Then we used to go out and beat the erasers off of the side of the building to clean them and inhale all the chalk dust. It's just great, Things grows, how they're going to wear that patch tank top. I don't know. Good question, number one. Hello, Heather. Beautiful garden. I can't even show anything because I don't have an extension for the camera yet. I got to get a longer USB cord so I can walk around with it. Hey, Kentucky, I didn't know you were in here. Wait, I got to scroll back. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. The alarm was on the test, and at the end of the year, there was plenty of math. Yeah, things must have changed a lot, in all honesty. They're teaching Common Core math here. It takes 10 times longer to get to the answer. Show my kids how to math, and teachers say answer is right, but the format getting there was wrong. Oh, I believe it, Daryl. My kids are in their latter 20s now, and when they were in school, and I wasn't what you would call dumb in school, and I was having a hard time helping them because I could calculate the answer really fast, but the same as what you're saying, nope, can't do it that way. You can't come up with the equation. It's like, this makes no sense why they changed everything. And maybe there's a reason that just I can't comprehend, cursive and stick, they can't understand my writing and they can't steal my car. You're right, Joseph. Be back shortly. I hope Stephen picked up the second job. I need to go pick him up. Oh, okay. Be careful. And be back later. Sounds good, babe. Shreen has said I could tell from way up here in Great White North. Yeah, that's right. I forgot you are up north. They didn't survey with college kids. Asked a bunch of them how much a quarter of an hour, most replayed 25 minutes. Well, that's like my one daughter who did very well in school, and they were, looking at the clock and say 12:45, a digital clock. Well, in our kitchen and all throughout the house, we have the older style, analog. I had to teach her. The school wasn't teaching her because she just looked at the clock. Now she knew if it was 1 o'clock, but beyond that, she started getting confused. She was young. I had to teach her how to read an analog clock. She only knew digital. And I guess she brought it up to one of her teachers and said, well, we're phasing them out. Okay. Hey, good night, Mr. Rye Guy. KBS Coatings, I will check them out. And I thank you for bringing it up. I really do. And thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Slade, when do you plan on painting? Dave's looks great. Hopefully very soon. I'm actually, wow, just got dive bombed by something. I actually, trying to scroll back to where I was. There we go. I actually got to get all the mechanicals working first. That's the order I'm doing it in. All the brake lines are running done. I did a video, I think, last week. I can't remember, the week before. And I'm going to go ahead and get the wheels, tires on, the braking system completely done and on the ground. Get the interior finished up, taped off the windows, and then I'm going to paint the cars. In that particular order, actually. I had to show my son how to sign his name. Lisa, I believe it. It's everything is on the computer now. Everything is different, in all honesty. Common Core math is the new standard. It makes no sense to anybody that does math. I believe it, man. I probably would have no idea what I'd be doing with it. They didn't want you to smoke those left-handed cigarettes. Same study asked 10 kids how many dimes and $1, and a lot of them replied 50. Oh my God. And it's everything is just so different now. Heather and I say that all the time. Everything is changed. And maybe it's our age. I don't know. Later, people, when they see you all. Good night, Lord Mark. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it very much. Slade had a left-handed drill bit the other day. Did you see that, Rich? Really? we were Tractor Supply, and I says, I probably need new drill bits at this point. And Heather said, I'll buy you a complete set. Go ahead. And I was drilling a piece of metal on the rear part of the car inside, and the drill stuck just quickly. And when it did that, I've never seen a drill bit just bend right in half. It should have broke. Like, it was really strange. I beat the racers. How do race feel about that? Perk being racer punishment for you. I think we inhaled a lot of eraser dust is what it was. I don't even have a key for my bug, just a few switches and a button. Ben, I did a video on that with the keys. My buddy Justin, he's near me in Pennsylvania, but he's a locksmith, and he's a really good VW locksmith. So if you want, check my channel on the video that says VW keys, and I did like a 10-minute video, and his email's in the description. So if you want him to pop you up a set of keys for your Beetle, he'll work with you and figure it out through the mail, I mean, on the phone, and then mail them to you. But he's really good, though. I knew that was going to jump as soon as I bumped the mouse. We had the black chalkboard, had to show all of our work. My kids used the overhead projectors, and now my grandkids have tablets in school for math and writing, calculators. It's crazy. Oh, yeah, Lita. I mean, honestly, if we were caught with a calculator in school, it was game over. You were going home. But now it's tablets. And remember the tablets we got for school? Yeah, they were tablets that you write in. I think they had almost a off-color yellowish paper. Your first day of school, your tablet was there, your pencil was there, when you sat down. But everything has changed now. Were you a mimeograph machine sniffer too? I seen that, Steve, the other day on one of them things on YouTube, like, what was it like in the 70s or whatever? And they were talking about the copy paper or whatever they called it, and it just made me laugh because I could almost smell it thinking about it. And all the kids would be there in class holding the paper up. It's like, ooh, what were we thinking? Math is math. It was the same way until somebody with a degree decided they're smarter than the hundreds of years of math always were. Yeah, Daryl, you're right. Absolutely. Are you painting it yourself or having it done? No, I'm painting it myself, Joe. The first time around was Rust-Oleum through an HVLP gun out of quart cans. This time it will be spray cans with 2K clear with hardener. And then when I do Heather's car, I'm going to use an LVLP gun. So I'm trying different scenarios with it. Speaking of clocks, seniors in Ontario have to take a test to get relicensed. The test, they have to draw a circular clock. I wonder if that will change in time. Wow, Lonnie, for real? I mean, honestly, they probably should take tests in the United States when some folks get a little older, because I see some real silliness out in the streets. And I'll be that guy complaining if I got to retest one day, but they don't do that here yet, although I said they probably should have sometimes. When I was teaching auto classes, I would instruct students to loosen lug nuts counterclockwise. Most had no idea what that meant. Wow. Yeah, that's a bummer. But yet it doesn't surprise me, Bill. It really, really doesn't. They're great for getting out broken bolts, left-hand drill bits. You know what? I was going to get some easy outs and different things like that. And it's like when I get to the store, Dave, like, I don't know anymore. I forget stuff that I need. I need to start writing stuff down. But hey, Neil, what's up, buddy? My windshield, my 61 bug is cracked. Do you know of a company that offers a good quality replacement? That I don't offhand. Now, I know that I can't pop it up here on the screen, but I was just reading a text from somebody. MTMFG.com. I believe that's the name of the company. MTMFG. Punch that into Google. I believe that's it. I got a windshield from them before, and it was actually a very nice quality windshield. So you might want to try them, in all honesty. I can smell it right now. Me too. I said that to Heather today. I was talking about something, and I can't remember. And I says, it's funny how we can close our eyes, and almost smell things like Play-Doh, uh, different things like that. How can you? I don't know. I can't even think what I'm trying to say. Never mind. It isn't going to make sense. Justin got keys. Yeah, he does. Justin's a great guy too. Very down to earth. My teacher said I wouldn't always have a calculator in my pocket and that I would fail in life. Joke on her. I have a calculator on my phone. I use my calculator a lot on my phone, in all honesty. Sixth period in high school, I worked in the office and I got the full effect of a mimeograph machine. Oh, yeah. You can still remember certain, there's somebody on our little scooter, certain things from school. Yeah. The copying paper, just a little bit of everything. You never forget that stuff at all. That's right. I forgot also, luckily, I live close to harbor. And any advice for novice attempting painting? Is it worth it to buy the equipment and practice, then paint? Well, I mean, it depends what direction you want to go in, Joe. What I did, I don't think you can see it way back there, is a 21-gallon compressor from Harbor Freight. I forget the brand now. Oh, McGraw. And with a 21-gallon, I can use an HVLP. It does 175 PSI, and I forget the volumes on it. But to tell you the truth, I'm going to do the LVLP gun at a lower pressure and a lower volume, low pressure. And to tell you the truth, you can practice on some scrap metal or something. You know what I mean? Painting is really not that bad. It's the prep work that's got to be spot on if you want it like show quality. Me, I'm more looking for daily drivers all the time. You know, the glue that came in the brown bottle. Brown bottle. I'm trying to think of that. The glue in the brown bottle. I can't remember it. I can't remember it for some reason. That'll bother me now. I bought nut extractors last week in the pulley exhaust. Wait, screen jumped. Manifold off by 350, and they were a lifesaver. It took 8 hours to remove and replace one exhaust manifold. 2 bolts ended up being a pain in the ass. Yeah, you know what? The extractors are nice. There's still some stuff that I should have on hand. And you know, over the years, you loan this out, loan that out, and then later on you're going, oh crap, I never got my tools back. I'm done loaning stuff. I know that. Just so I had a paint gun, painted my bug. It wasn't perfect, but it was good enough for me. Absolutely. LVLP works great on small compressor. They do, James. I've been watching a guy messing around with the LVLP, and I'm definitely going to buy one because I would like to try one. It'll just drive me. I've used HVLP, but I want to try the LVLP on the 21-gallon. Paint and related materials are so expensive. Yeah, they are, in all honesty. Hey, Jason, contact cement. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all my contact cement is pretty similar to what I use on my carpeting in the car. It's by Weldwood. I think that's contact cement. Yeah, it is. But if you do want to spray with cans, you can, and you can do sections at a time, but you have to use 2K clear with a catalyst in it if you want it protected. It's the same method as a gun with clear coat and hardener. It's just a different delivery method. Painted a lot of stuff. Just got out and tried it before done the car. It was Slades, right? Prep is everything. It is. Prep is the main key. Body work, I give them guys credit to do it for a living. You've got to really enjoy it. And I don't. Brown bottle with a red tip on it. Why am I not remembering that? I got to wash the bag and hit the sack. Have a good night. Keep us aboard. Hey, thanks, Ben. I hope you have a great night. Rest well tonight and have a great, great weekend. And the glue came in the brown bottle that you twisted open, and it came with a little brush. Wow. I can't remember that. I don't know why, for some reason. I have that Indian head gasket sealer that's brown and has to brush it. You have to paint a little slower with LVLP, but they work great. Yeah, you're right, James. Yeah, you do. I own 10,000 in tools and still had to go buy this extractors mid project because it wouldn't have happened. Oh yeah, you could go 20, 30,000 deep in tools. It don't take long. I was addicted to the Snap-on truck when I was a mechanic. Oh, that was expensive. And it was always like so exciting going in that truck, even at like 30 years old. But man, you knew when you stepped up them few steps, it was over. What are you talking about? Indian Head Permatex. That's what I just said. LVLP also puts out less overspray. Yeah, I did see that, James. When I was watching a guy use the LVLP, he did say that you don't have a lot of overspray, you know. Let me see here. Is one volume pressure sprayer version harder, easier, harder? But I don't know. I think they're all the same, Joe. It's just a matter of adjusting the gun and getting it right, whether it's LVLP or HVLP. HVLP, you should have a little bit bigger of a compressor though for it to keep up with it. Yes, it smelled so good you could get high on that stuff. That and Tester's model glue, and then I think they gave us sniff-proof glue after that years later when we were building models. I used HVLP single stage hardener reducer, $455. Dave, it don't take long. It adds up fast now. I know 4 years ago or 5 years ago, Napa had a single stage kit, and you could either get like white, brown, green, red, your basic colors, Dave. And the single stage kit, the complete kit, was about $300. And then COVID hit and everything went crazy and prices went up, you know. I mean, buying the single stage kit is nice because it just comes with everything. Napa has it, but I'm sure the body supply shops do too, you know. Which exhaust will you be running on your engine? On my 1904, I need to run a 1.5-inch exhaust. I don't know which one yet, Otto. Like, man, everything really went up in price. I don't know if it's just me having it a little harder than I used to, but I'm going to have to shop around a little bit. I was going to do a Sidewinder, but then I started figuring I'd like to drive the car around a little bit and relax. So I'm thinking about getting the dual quiet packs, in all honesty. I've never ran them before. I don't like bodywork or painting, but it was necessary. I done Snap-on, Cornwell, all of them. My Snap-on box isn't as nice as my Harbor Freight box, same color. Yeah, I did Cornwell, Matco, Snap-on. There was one more. Or maybe that was it. I can't remember now. They were all like a little bit pricey, you know. But good quality tools, no matter what. They were nice quality tools, I mean. And Jim said, contact cement, brown bottle with brush. Why am I not remembering that? That'll drive me nuts. Like, did they outlaw it in my county? I can't remember it for some reason. It's all about keeping the air consistent. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, good night, Adam. Hey, I don't know if you're still there. Air Sucker's Garage had sent me this in the mail because I always use PB Blast, and he's like, you've got to check out Croyle. I'm telling you, it works really good. And I thank him for that. I hope he's still here because I'm behind on my chat box. But thank you, brother. I'll be seeing you in July. I appreciate that. I really do. I'm going to be doing some testing with that stuff. But yes, it is about keeping the air consistent. There's no doubt. And Adam, I hope you have a great night, brother. I hope you're still there and get some rest. As opposed to a decent paint job, what can I expect on a Type 1 without bodywork? $5,000? I don't know. I think, Joe, it depends where you live. I would try to do it yourself. I think it'll be rewarding, but then again, that's just an opinion. I've seen paint jobs about 5,000 or 6,000 where they're doing a final sanding and masking off and spraying. I don't even know why they charge that much, but sadly, you're probably pretty close with that. Yes, Richard, I couldn't remember the name. Also, Elmer's rubber cement glue as well. I remember the Elmer's glue. I do remember that. I've heard Bilbus is a good spray brand. Yeah, it actually is. It is. I remember I had a Binks number 7 with an agitator when I was young. I don't know how I just remembered that. Proto. I don't know that one. I don't think I do anyhow. And I swear by Curl, swear at PB. I use Crowd stuff is awesome. Adam, he sent me a message and he's like, hey, good night, Adam. Thanks, brother. I can't wait to see you. Couple months to go, about a month and a half for the Slade picnic. Adam and a lot of folks down south, out west, up north, everywhere is showing up. I'm excited. But I never use Quirl. And he texted me, he's like, you got a package coming to your house. And I never know what Adam's going to send. And I seen the Quirl and I'm like, he knew I wanted to try it. I appreciated that. Evan, what is up, buddy? And Ringo is with you. And Luke said, just bought my first project, 71. A month ago, your video showed me a lot. Thanks. Love the vids. Thank you, Luke. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you watching the videos. I hope they are helpful. And Jonathan said, hello, all. Murfreesboro, Tennessee is in the house. Nice. I think, oh no, Kevin's not in here tonight. He's in Tennessee. I haven't seen Kevin in here tonight. Welcome aboard. Quirl's great stuff. To use it exclusively on aircraft. I'm working at Teterboro. And you know what? I've never tried Quirl yet. And for me, probably a little bit of laziness because I got to order it through the mail. PB Blast works okay. I'll put it that way. It works okay. But this Quirl, I'm going to have to go out to Heather's car that's rusted in the driveway and try it on something. I made the valve cover bell remover like someone sent you a while back. I used a broken screwdriver handle and drilled it and glued it on the crime rod. Yeah, you know what? Here it is. John Warner, I believe, had sent me this. And it has, wait, I got to put my old man glasses on. Wait a second. There's the, oh, you're not going to be able to see it. There's the part number, but the part number, no, it's not going to have, there it is. Look quick. That was to the steering dampener, but they made these, I guess, at the VW dealers to snap the bells on and off. And I just thought this was really cool. I can't believe you remembered that, Kentucky. I really can't. But I've actually used it, but I forget to use it on film, and I feel bad because I really appreciated it very much. I thought it was unique. When he sent it to me, he's like, guess what that is? And I'm like, I have no idea. And I was trying to look up the part number on it to cheat, and, let me see. I've heard us talk about VW trend graphics design, winter build, giveaway, blah, blah, blah. Charge towards 25th anniversary, do-over. Now, I ain't doing no giveaway. If I could afford to give a car away, I would, but I can't afford that. Hey, Rod, what's up? How are you? And how's things going for you, my friend? I hope, well, I've not bothered you because I didn't know what you had going on. So I hope you staying top. Hope it's over the fine. And so on chat, said ditto. And hey, Rod. And trying to scroll down as quick as I can, as I know I'm missing messages here. So look for a driver's side seat recliner lever from my early 67. The early versions at the bottom, can't find one anywhere. Okay, Evan is in the house. That would be Rediscoveries there, very good friend of mine. Evan, do you have the recliner lever for an early 67, the early versions at the bottom? I'm sure he'll answer in a minute. Him and Ringo are hanging out here. Not Johnny Ringo, but I have a 73 standard Beetle. I purchased drop spindles, disc brake conversions. Any tips? No, I mean, I did a video. If you look, Jonathan, in my video section, I did a video on switching from drum brake system over to drop spindles and disc brakes. So if you check through my videos, you'll see it. I did do a complete. Now I'm doing a new video in a week installing calipers, rotors, etc., etc. But I already have the drop spindles on the beam this time around. But if you go through my videos, you will see I did a complete, pretty much what you're going to be doing. I have a complete video on it. If you have any trouble finding it, Jonathan, if you're on Facebook, send me a message or send me an email, and I'll guide you to the video. But you'll find it. Just punch in on my channel in the playlist and go down, and you'll see disc brake conversion kit, and everything is right there for you, brother. Doing good. I'm ready to burn rest home and then start permits and inspections. Oh, so you're stepping up the pace now. That's good. I'm glad. I can't wait until you are inside a new place and relaxing, brother, because you deserve it. That was a hell of a thing you went through. Unfortunately, I don't think I do. Okay, that's why I wanted to ask why you were in here, so I didn't have to message you later. I would also check the Samba classifieds. They can get a little pricey, but sometimes you can find parts on there. Whenever I was on TV on your channel or Video Jawbreaker Haptic Garage the whole time, I go back years ago and watch them. Yeah, there's so many different channels out there with things. I've actually lately I've slowed down on watching YouTube a little bit, just trying to get other stuff done, is what it is. What kind of brand of spindles? Oops, my screen just jumped. There we go. Have 267 parked cars and unfortunately no seats. Yeah, there was no interiors in them, I don't believe. You're very welcome, Jonathan. Very welcome. You'll find it as soon as you go to my playlist, go through and look at the braking system and that. But when you scroll down, you'll see a white Beetle, because I did it for somebody as a favor. And you'll see disc brake conversion kit, and I do the drop spindles and everything. And in a rattle can, I probably have 500 to 600 in it. That's for everything, though. A hammer tone paint is $12 a can. And I learned that a regular can of paint, there is only 3 fluid ounces of actual paint. That don't surprise me. There's probably filled with thinner. Honestly, I have mine sitting right there. I'm sure I've showed them before of what paint I'm using, what clear coat I'm using, and what primer. I don't want to keep boring people showing you the same stuff all the time. And VR Edal, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I apologize. I need to raise my bug in the front using the 2 bolts on the narrowed beam. Any tips? I have never tried to actually raise a bug, but the only thing I could think of, if you mean the 2 bolts, your adjustable bolts, would be to loosen them and jack the body up slightly, I'm guessing, and then retighten them to where you see it fit and then bounce the car and repeat process. But I've never tried to raise one yet. I don't know if some of the beams are raisable and just lowerable, because I'd seen them listed that way before. I got 267 Ostercloth front seat belts. One works, the other one for parts. I've seen them being sold individually for up to $200. Oh, it's amazing what some of that stuff goes for now. Even on eBay, some of the older parts. I get some Southern Comfort for myself while it burns. That's why I don't get much done in my 64. Too busy watching Slade videos. It's funny, Rich. I had said to Heather the other night, one of my videos came up on YouTube, and here it was one of my first videos from like a little over 4 years ago. And I'm like, wow, like it was almost like I was using a VHS camcorder. It was just an older phone that I had, but I don't have a Super Beetle here now to redo some of them videos over. Jonathan, Cookville, Tennessee, about an hour east of you. And Darren, what is up? I'm late out celebrating my son Reed's birthday. I told him happy birthday. I think it was on Kendall's wall, though. I can't remember now. That, hey, enjoy. I was happy to see that. I really was. I'm here late, but here. Kevin just stopped in. And there we go. Hey, Rich, I also have a 64 and used all these YouTube guys to rebuild it. And hey, Daryl, that's linked to Slades disc conversion. And hey, Kev, K22, Slade Jailbreaker, Duckman. I've been talking to Duckman a lot lately privately. We talk on Messenger back and forth. He is a blast. He really is. I love his chop top. And I like Ruby, his fastback. You can do the thing bottom control arms or do adjustable beams. And there we go. There was a bug over Mercer at O'Reilly's on the 29th. Uh-oh. Sounds like fun happening. I wanted to go to a car cruise over the weekend, but for one thing, I think we're getting a lot of rain. And also, I don't know. I got so much crap to do. I got to get the Beetle caught up because it's kind of like sitting there all sad looking. I've been watching most of the older videos because of my 71 Super. Oh, awesome, Rick. Yeah, a lot of it should go well with that for except the dash. Your dash will be different, but you're lucky. I like the flat dash. I think they're a little bit easier to deal with. He said the 28th. Sorry. Well, when are you guys going to Farmington? I can't remember now, in all honesty. You North Carolina folks. What's the latest updates on bugs? Still looks the same there. Actually, today, Evan come over and did some welding on the inside. And the transmission, one more video Sunday. Transmission's done. So I'm going to put the transmission in, do the rear wheel bearings, put the rear wheels on, do the front rotors, drop spindle brake conversion in the front. I got all the braking system hooked up right now, brake lines. Put the wheels on, let it hit the ground. That didn't sound good. And then I pretty much, that'll be at the braking system, throw the gas tank in, the transmission will be in. I guess that's it, starting the interior, sand down the rest of the car and throw the motor in. I made that sound easy, didn't I? In that particular order. Duckman has cool ducks. I have the psycho chickens. I don't trust the two roosters. Duckman's a good guy. He really is. We do talk a lot privately, and he is awesome. He really is. Farmington Sunday. Okay, I knew it was coming up. I could not remember when that was. I have to go, but I just want to say thanks for all the hard work you put into sharing your knowledge, keeping bugs alive. And help with your door removal, disc brakes, clutch and adjustment. Oh, nice. I'm glad. And thank you very much for the kind words. I really, really appreciate that. I hope you have a really, really great weekend. It's nice to get good comments like that. It really is. Slade and I, good day. Engine tins, push rod tubes, rear axles, gas tank, all custom paint in the theme of your channel's giveaway car. No, I can't. I can't do a giveaway car. I know you want me to, but I can't. I wouldn't even be able to be funded to do something like that. This car's breaking my bank is what it's doing, but it is what it is. That's part of the game. Jonathan, I'd love to come to, but I have only internal family stuff to do this weekend. My car's just not ready to go that far. I stay within about 10 miles to the house for right now. And it sounds like you're close to the light end of the tunnel of the bug. Yeah, it is, Rod. It's coming along. It may not look it, but there was a lot of stuff. I mean, the front apron's welded on. That's done. I'm going to do a removable rear apron. I just want to. I really do. But a lot more got done. But when you're filming, and I'm not complaining, it slows the whole process down. And I'm fine with it, though, because every time I see in the comment section, thank you, I needed this video, it's like, good. It's working. It's helping people and keeping these little guys and girls on the road. But my headliner's all finished. That's done. Come out beautiful. I fixed the sunroof cables. They're done. So there was a lot of stuff going on that probably wasn't really caught, by everybody. Sounds like you should be done by the end of June. I wished I was, Kentucky. I do. There's some stuff I still need to purchase yet. So that's kind of slowing me down a little bit. But if I could have had it done for the picnic and even in primer, I would have just drove it there in primer and not cared about it. But I don't know if that's going to happen, in all sincerity. I started looking at even exhaust systems. Man, everything is just crazy now in prices. To just that paint the bug before the engine install. Yeah, I probably am, in all honesty. I was half tempted the other day. I was staring at the car and thought, I should paint the fenders because I need to see the paint on the car. It's driving me nuts. But trying to work on the house at the same time. Thankfully, Heather does a lot of the planting, like the gardening and stuff, so I don't mess with that. But I got a lot of stuff going on with the house and the car and the filming. So it's like, they fill spray cans at Napa in 3-ounce paint, no thinner, and the rest of the space is for pressure for the can. Can't pressurize liquid, just gases. Oh, okay. I don't know much about that. I do know Heather wanted me to keep that 77 the color it is, and I wanted to do some touch up. So I think I'm going to have to take like the gas lid and take it to Napa and go, I need this color. And then I guess they use that machine like Lowe's does or Home Depot, and they match the paint. So I'm going to do that to touch up her car where that needs done. Say, what on earth is going on with your bits? Are they made of aluminum? Did you see that? I know. I don't know. I never seen a drill bit bend in half. I've never, yeah, when I was drilling, it stuck, it caught, but usually they'll snap or your drill just stops moving. I ain't never seen a drill bit bend in half. That was the first time. And like I said, when we were at Tractor Supply, I was looking at the drill bits and Heather said, just get a whole new drill bit kit. I'll buy it for you. And I didn't look to see if it was, what are they, carbon or whatever the hell they are. And I didn't really pay much attention to them. I grabbed them and I had to drill a few holes in the inner well and boom. I have never seen a drill bit bend in half. That's why I took a photo of it. I figured nobody would ever believe me, to tell you the truth. I have never ran into that before. So I guess that's definitely not one. I should actually take them back and show them what it did and demand something, because we don't have money to keep buying stuff over and over, You have to share what Tractor Supply says, otherwise go Harbor Freight. Oh, I will. I will definitely make it public, so to speak. And I'm not trying to hurt a company. That's not my goal. But they might want to take care of me. That was kind of, I should probably show it as part of a video for fun. But, I don't know if people think I'm being a jerk, which I really don't care. But it's, it's bad enough in this time era with the economy that's been a little bit rough lately. So when we do buy things, we want them to function properly or the best they can. We have high hopes. But I have been dealing with a lot of crap lately with buying stuff, and it turns out to be junk. It is so frustrating. That's money that we earn that we're trying to survive, and then we end up with crap products. No, don't hurt them. Just want to learn. Right. I mean, I've got a lot of good stuff from Tractor Supply. That's why I like going there. Well, actually, we go there a lot for like dog food, cat food, stuff like that. But really, I've gotten a lot of good products from Tractor Supply. That was the first time that I ever ended up with something silly like that happening. And one guy even private messaged me. He's like, were you heating something up when you did? I'm like, no, it wasn't heating up a drill bit or metal or anything. I was just drilling a hole in the Beetle and boom. But I have gotten a lot of good stuff from Tractor Supply. I normally would have zero complaints about them. Heather loves going to Tractor Supply because, the gardening stuff and their shovels, everything's like really heavy duty, I got my chicken plucker from Tractor Supply, works great. And I believe it. A lot of their stuff is good. That's what threw me off, because when Heather bought me the complete drill bit set, because, you break one, you lose one. My kit was older. And I said to her, oh my God, thank you so much, because I got it from Tractor Supply. And I drilled one hole, and I'm like, wow, that was weird. Sold me murder chickens. I mean, I wish we could have chickens. I still get mad about that, but not allowed. They, Gestapo said, no way. And I know we don't have a lot of property, but we have a 1/3 acre privacy fence, and we keep everything very neat and clean. Very neat, very neat. Nope, not allowed chickens, but there's more. You can have chickens if you tell them the size of your property and you pay the township $3,000 a year license. So I started weighing the measures with the eggs and thought, well, I don't spend $3,000 a year on eggs. But then we thought maybe ducks. We'll get ducks. Nope, $3,000 a year. I get frustrated. I do, but I'm too tired to move. Let me see. I have two. You can have. The faster you tell them the part was not the best, they can improve the products. James, you're right. Yeah. And, it isn't Tractor Supply themselves. I mean, it just, whoever sent them that product, you know what I mean? And I'm sure they would not condone stuff like that, because I've bought a lot of stuff from them and I've never had an issue. I even bought a fire pit that I put outside so I can burn stuff here, and it's strong. It didn't rust or anything over winter because I forgot to put it away. I'd ask them, where does that 3,000 go to? Dang, that's crazy. Rod, that's a very good question. I said that to Heather. Where's that $3,000 going to? And I had somebody stop at my garage about a month and a half ago, a friend of mine, Dan, and we got to talking, and one thing led to another. And he went, oh, when I leave here and go home, I'm going to send you some photos. He lives about 5 minutes from me, if that. I'm like, okay. He sent me a picture of chickens in a chicken coop, pretty fancy chicken coop. And I'm like, oh, where are those at? Where'd you take that picture? He says, oh, about 3 minutes up the street from you in my township. Wait for it. A guy has chickens and he lives across the street from one of our commissioners and councilmen. Okay. And he said, I know he don't have $3,000 a year to spend. So I guess it's just who you know. And I'm still mad about it because our property, we keep it phenomenal. It isn't like our property's messy. And no, we keep our property very nice. It's like there's a lot of rules where I live, and that does frustrate me sometimes. The drill bits are probably fine. The Beetle was just tougher. That's that German metal. Can't wait to implement paint on the chassis. I use spray on my spring plates and it looks really good. You know, I've heard a lot of good stuff about that, the implement paint. When I was up there the last time before I decided to go Rust-Oleum again, the only problem with the Tractor Supply paint is everybody likes it. Half the shelves were wiped out. I mean, I don't know what if these guys are eating it. Like that paint, I've heard a lot of good about it, and a lot of it was missing off the shelves. And unless I just went on a bad day where they needed to restock, but I've heard a lot of good about their paint. I really have. Yes, they have a camera and can get it matched and can mix it in a rattle can, regular paint. Yeah, Daryl, they do. And we used to have an auto body supply place by us. I think it was called Tuna, Toona. I guess they left. So there's another place about half hour from me on Route 66. And yeah, I think it's near there. They do that where they mix it, you know, put it in a spray bomb and blah, blah, blah. But Napa, right out the street from me, that does it, he did tell me, you know, we just need something. I guess they put it under a little camera, like you said, and boom, you know, they can throw it in a can. Heather likes the color of the car, and it's not the factory color, so I'm going to have them match it. Excuse me. I said on chickens, and I'm thinking, yeah, I would like to know, Rod, like $3,000 a year for a license. Come on, like really, somebody's playing games with money. Although I live in Westmoreland County, and they just said recently they're doing a 32% tax hike and 6% a year for 5 years on our houses. Okay, 32% is really high jump. I'm used to like 3 or 4%. And they said the reason why is because they mishandled money. Maybe when I mishandle money, I'll just not pay my taxes and they'll be cool with it, you know? Okay, good. Update on my mother-in-law before I jump off. Last round of chemo today and 2 weeks of radiation to go, and hopefully she is cured. Thanks for all the love and prayers. Daryl, that is awesome. I actually was going to ask it earlier, but then I didn't have the nerve to live. But that is great. I am so happy. That's the stuff. Oh, I got goosebumps. That makes me happy. That makes me feel good. I just want to see everybody do good. And thank you for letting us know. I didn't want to bring it up live. That's how it was here in Virginia. I had to go to 2 different stores to get paint, hardener, and reducer. Oh, yeah, I believe it. I believe it. I added some hardener to Rust-Oleum in the bottom and inside of mine. It's really slick. I waxed hands on mine. I used Krylon. I got off of Amazon, the hardener / catalyst, when I did the mix on the quartz of Rust-Oleum, and it seemed to work quite well. Must be HOA area. They love to complain. No, believe it or not, James, I'm not a homeowners association neighborhood. There's some down the road from me, but mine's an older neighborhood from like the late 50s. I don't know. They just have these weird rules in our township. You know, I'd say, heck with it, get your chickens. It's easier to ask for forgiveness than sit and wait. Yeah, you sound like Heather. She's like, I'm getting them anyhow. They probably wouldn't even know I had them, to be honest with you. But it kind of like, that's where Heather was. She's like, I'm just buying them. I don't care. So, Daryl, that's good to hear. Kicking cancer is but like to hear my cousin's son went through years of treatments. He's now 12 and doing great. That is great, Rich. That is. I love hearing great stuff. That makes me happy. There's always hope. It was those people that used to work the 6th period office had to switch from Memograph to paint. That is fantastic news. Oh, there's Heather. I'm getting them anyway. Screw them. Got to hit the hay. Just tired today. Night all. Good night, Bob. Thanks for stopping in, brother. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. I'll be seeing Bob too in July. Him and his beautiful wife Vicky. They're coming to the picnic, and he drives clear from out west. Heck of a guy. That's a long drive. Wonderful news on the mother-in-law. It is. That is. I love hearing stuff like that. I really do. It just makes me happy. Tell them to identify as cats. That's what I'll do, Rich. I'll put litter boxes in the yard. How do you guys pay your dues fairly? Chickens are good for environment, but they will tear your garden up possibilities. Yeah, you know what? I was thinking on putting down the bottom of the yard. It's hard to explain, Rod, but fencing off another area behind the privacy fence where the chickens can only go so far. But we love eating a lot of eggs. I just don't like being told what to do, I think, on my property, because we do try to keep our property very nice. Night, Uncle Bob. Uncle Bob. Bob is a good guy. I really like him. We have a really great group. We honestly do. Okay, exactly. I mean, there was a guy that lives in our community. I don't know his name, and I surely wouldn't say it on here, I guess. But long story short, it was in our local newspaper. He moved here, didn't know any better, got chickens, and went up against them on it. And I guess even with an attorney, things didn't work out. But I would like to talk to the guy where the photo was taken, where he has chickens across the street from a commissioner, and go, hey, what's up, buddy? What we own should do whatever what we want. Well, that's the thing. I can understand, Rod, if we were doing like rituals or something stupid. I get it. But I don't know where that came from. But, in all honesty, it's my property. I pay my taxes. I keep it neat and clean. I don't make noise. These rules, it's getting old. And they like playing that Gestapo type role. It's really frustrating. Sterling, is there an official wave for fellow VW owners? I was on a motorcycle today and saw Sweet 73 Super and gave the 2 fingers down. It's funny. I rode my whole life, and that was a constant, the hand down is like, where we did it here that way. And Beatles, I don't know the official way for that. We can even make one up. We can do gang signs out the window. I don't know if there's an official type of wave. Yeah, that's a good question. Luke, any recommendations on where to purchase the complete wiring harness for a newbie on wiring? I have not had to buy one. My good friend Darren, I think, is trying to get me to do one on the 68 here. There's so many places to get them. A lot of guys like at Rebel Wiring, but I like stuff more specific to Beetle, like, Wolfsburg West or Misty gets them in, like stuff like that. It all depends on where you want to go through. I know Wolfsburg West has a really good chart on it that they send you with it. And Misty also has the empty ones. There's quite a few places, Luke, in all sincerity. If you want, just send me an email, or if you're on Facebook, and I can send you some links to them, to help you find it easier. Let me see here. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. I get having roosters because mine never shut up, but the hens are quiet. Yeah, exactly, Rich. And I wasn't going to get roosters. And I even talked to two of my neighbors that are some fairly close to me. And I said, hey, if I get chickens, you're going to be an ass about it, basically. And they were like, no, God, you're good people. We never had a problem with you. So nobody would ever say anything, but I don't even know if they'd be able to see that I have them, to be honest with you. Honestly, we'll have to share another day, but I got 2 new hives this week. Nice. That is awesome, Rod. Awesome. Awesome. I don't practice Centauria, CJ said. And my whole chat just jumped. Wait, I got lost. I hate when it does that. There we go. Starling of the fist per punch bug. Get the chickens. If they tell you anything, just say they kept coming to your yard from the coop 3 minutes up the street. Yeah. And wait, my phone's going off. Wait a second. That's rare. Give me 1 second. There we go. My daughter was texting me. And I don't ignore her at all. She probably didn't know I was live. There we go. And what about emotional support animals? Actually, that's possible. Let me see. Luke, I think Slade has agreed to do a complete video on wiring. Oh, Darren's taunting me again. He's a bully. When I get ducks, I wish his chat wouldn't jump. That's frustrating. There we go. When I get ducks, I'm going to say they flew in because I have a pond for the bumperettes on Kiki Punch. And actually, I didn't do anything on the Kiki Punch car yet. Hey, Slade, another happy Friday. Nate, how are you, my friend? And Wolfsburg West are my favorite wiring harness. I've installed 4 of them in the last 10 years. No trouble. Yeah, I have not used one myself, Starling, but everybody seems to really like theirs, in all honesty. And I try not to push something if I don't know. But now you're like probably the 10th person that told me it's really like them. I guess that's part of being in a township. I don't know anything about it, but that sounds similar to HOA crap. Glad I live on the hills. I know you guys would love to be. Oh, trust me, Kentucky. We started talking again this morning, but it just takes so much to move. You know, I wished I could be in the country because I'm really getting frustrated with a lot of stuff. But our house is pretty much done to a certain point, so it's like I really want to start over now. You know. How if you get ducks will be the quack whisperer. Yep, they just migrated to the yard. I wish the blue heron would quit migrating to the yard, trying to get my fish out of the pond. Just say your chickens came from Key West, then nobody can complain. Get them subsidized. And you know, it's funny because there's a lot of things that are therapy pets now. I mean, it's yeah, they do have a lot of good ideas. When I do my harness, I'm getting the updated fuse panel that uses ATC fuses. Wait a minute. Who has that, Rich? Is that Rebel that sells them? Or maybe many people do. I can't remember now. But I know Jonathan, somebody recently took a picture and sent it to me, and they used the updated fuse panel, and that was pretty cool, in all honesty. I sent link to Gia. They already offered me a discount or less at $2,500. Oh, I got too much stuff here now. I got to finish up because that's another rule in our township, as only this many cars in the driveway and blah, blah, blah. And I'm kind of exposed on the street that I'm on. So I can't have no more cars right now unless they're all inspected and da-da-da-da-da, the whole crap. Demo, keep me as busy as you know. Been well for you too. Soon enough, I'll be ordering the bearing upgrade from a swing axle. Thanks again for the video. Oh, thank you, Nate. That was nice of you. I actually just got the bearings today, I'm blocking it, or maybe that was yesterday, because I got stupid and thought my bearings were good, my old German ones, until I started spinning them. And then I was like, uh-oh, they feel a little funky. So the last video for the swing axle will be out Sunday, where I shim the axle tubes and everything and set it all up. I wasn't very cheerful in that video, sadly. I get cranky. Torque Resto, I think it's called. Torque Resto. Is that who that is? I mean, there's a couple companies doing that now, I'm quite sure. Hey, V-Dub, how are you, brother? I have not seen you in a while. I hope you've been well. Just say they're not ducks. A box like duck talks like dustman. That's the hullabaloo. Yeah, they're not ducks. I bet you guys would be all settled in a new location in a year. Trust me, it goes through our minds. It does. And I'm trying to stay close to my kids, though. But I looked at a couple places up north online in Pennsylvania, like country-ish. It just looks so peaceful compared to the suburbs. There's no doubt about that. And that is who Heather is. You could move her into the woods and she'd be happy. That's who she is. I spotted some Krager rims with tires 15-inch. I'm having a hard time to look the other way. 800. Oh, they the real deal, Rod? The like original Kragers? I had them on a Beetle with Chevy adapters years ago. And I don't have a picture here to show that. They were nice, but they were fairly cheap back then, you know, is what they are now. I always liked the Krager rims. Yes, Torque Resto, $69 for the panel. Oh, that's not bad at all. Well, good night, Alita. I hope you rest well, sweetheart. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. I know you haven't been feeling well, dear. Definitely not ducks. What's up, BWP8? Yes, Torque Resto for the fuse boxes. I'm trying to... I don't want to miss nobody's small dogs that quack. And good night, Alita. I'm fine. I'm great. Finally landed a job. I'm on lunch now. Oh, that's congratulations, brother. I'm happy for you. That's awesome. Enjoy your lunch. Yep, I'll get picked now. And congrats, Dad. I would love a video of the complete wiring harness to help replace my stock wires, please, and thank you. I got to do a wiring harness on Heather 77. I know that. That one's, it's cucky, poopy, messy, crappy. I mean, I should probably do a new one on a 68, but it's in such nice condition. Stuart, welcome. And he is sending greetings from Louisiana, which is awesome. And love Krager SS, make any car look better. Oh, I mean, honestly, Car King Spot, how are you? Wheels will make or break a car. And sadly, mine are going to break my car for right now. I have stock rims, but I'm doing 5.5-inch on the back with 205s. So it'll look kind of nice. My car is going to be white, so I guess that I'm just going to paint the rims black until I get some custom rims later. But rims are just so expensive. And then I ended up on a tire rack the other night and seen some really cool rims, and they take a firm, and I'm like, don't make another bill. And I saved some money. Rims got sold, but I sent pick. Heck yeah, 68. I'll definitely check it out when I get off of here. I would love to have some nice custom rims. It just changes the car completely. And congrats, pay at lunch this time would be second shift. And ooh, black. Oh, it's Heather. Well, I don't know what else to paint them. I mean, I don't want them white because the car will be white. So I don't know. I was going to break the other day and use my Affirm account and grab some custom rims. But I'm trying to watch money right now. Have you considered adopting Canada Goose goslings? They'll come back every year and are protective like guard dogs. I wanted a goose to scare away the heron. Oh, yeah, they will scare away. Yeah, and he's right about that. Number one's absolutely right. V8 Nate, I wish. And I had a friend use Chevy barrels and weld the VW center 6.5 on the rears. Oh, wow, that's cool, Rich. I see Summit Racing had the stock VW rims that were 6-inch wide, and the temptation was there. Any VW Rabbit owners here? I just bought an 82 Rabbit truck yesterday evening, and I seen the pictures, Kevin. That is cool. You do not see those around anymore. I was hoping you were going to grab that. Not black. I don't know what color to paint them. I could paint them silver. I don't have too many options. I don't want to paint the rims white with the white car. I'm going to use beauty rings and center caps, though. New rims was my goal with new saw top this year, but not sure if she'll follow through this year. Yeah, Rod, I know you've been through a lot, so that's kind of like tough to make a choice right now, I'm sure. I mean, I actually should probably break down, use my Affirm account and buy some nice rims for the car, but I've been trying so hard to upstairs Heather with her chrome. She has a chrome problem. Doing well, still working on replacing my floor pans in 71 Super. It's been a year, just been too busy. I know that feeling, trust me. I don't know, this last 3-4 years has been lousy for me. The economy is just crushing me to death. And then trying to work on the house and then the car. So I feel your pain. I mean, sometimes it just gets really busy in order to stay on one thing. I mean, I know Heth, she wants me to put some nice rims on the car, and I can do it. I've been just trying to be responsible. Imagine that. See, Kevin, those rabbits are cool. And there we go. Vanilla or silver is a classic wheel paint. Yeah, the silver, I seen somebody had paint the other day. Number one, it was somebody had it on sale or something, and it was supposed to be the silver something something for Volkswagens, and it did catch my attention. Red wheels would look good. You know what? That crossed my mind because I seen one with red wheels with white walls, and it looked really nice, but I already got raised white letter tires. So, hey, Scotty, how have you been? Greetings all. Was crushing it at the lake this evening. 8:29. The white bass were out in force. That is awesome, brother. I hope you've been doing well. I haven't seen that name pop up in a while. Chrome. I think she's going to make me buy wheels. Awesome, Kevin. I'm wanting one. And for information, no tariffs on Canada geese. Did I mention chrome? Yeah, you did. I know what's going to end up happening. I think red would look good too. I did see that. I really, Darren, I like the red on them. I don't know if I would look right without white walls, though. I'm not sure. No tariffs on geese. Rather get some oval slot mags. Chrome don't get you home, Heather. You know what? I seen the oval slots, like the kind we grew up with, the 5 slots. I just wish they had a deeper dish for the back, and they seem to just have the 5.5 inch. They're kind of like shallow, should I say. I'd like a little deeper dish in the back. I could probably just get the Chevy adapters and do it that way. I'll buy them. No, you're not buying me wheels. Don't do that. You already bought me seats and everything else. Stock ribs painted the same metallic silver look great. It's a dark silver, and it's the same paint I use to paint Corvette rallies. Yeah, exactly, Nate. Somebody had that on sale the other day, and I don't know, and it had something to do with Volkswagen silver for the rims and all that. The kids are screaming for dinner. Night. Good night, Heidi, and thank you for sending the videos. I know that's a pain in the butt for you probably, but I appreciate it. I do. She sends me pictures of her babies. Well, they're goats. To me, they're her babies. They are so cool. They really are. If Heather wants chrome, then she better share the hairdryer. I had staggered chrome style rims on my 68 and look really good. Yeah, I like that fat, skinny look. I'm getting fatter, but you know, I like that. I got 205s for the back and 155s for the front, and I just have always liked that look. Maybe that's the time era I grew up in. But Nate, you're young. You're very young, but you have an old soul. But I think you know that already, and I think that is so cool. Nate, I've watched a lot of stuff on his YouTube channel he does, and his personality and demeanor is very calm, very easy to watch him but he does some really cool stuff, especially on his Herbie. Well, he has a little bit of everything, an S10 that'll smoke a set of slicks off, chrome with white walls, and semi-pick. I love white walls. Yeah, I do like the white walls, but I already bought my tires. Night Heidi. I meant to say the silver paint on my engine tin of my stroker. And I've always liked the white cars with the red rims, but I always thought they looked good with that white wall. They even make them fake white wall covers or whatever. I don't know how great they are, though, that you can put over your tires. They actually snap down into the bead of the rim. You need Instagram again to get some ideas. Red will look great on white and black interior. You know what? I got on fake Walt Wells squeak. Okay, that wouldn't surprise me. I was on Instagram. I got on there like, I don't know. I don't want to lie to you because I can't remember, like a year ago. I was only on there. I don't know how somebody did it that quick for like one day, and somebody cloned my complete profile and took it over to Facebook. And I had to tell everybody, no, that's not me. Then they cloned it on Instagram and was trying to sell people stuff. I'm like, really? So I got mad and deleted my account, and I never went back to Instagram. And I found if I use StreamYard, that when I'm doing live here, if I have an account on Instagram, it goes live on Instagram also. So it's a thought. I probably should go on there and mess around. Yeah, the red, just like my shirt. This is a really crazy red. It's extremely bright. So as Heather say, they're almost perfect. Red may look nice. It might, in all honesty, but I have raised white letter tires I bought. So I don't know if the red with raised white letter tires would look okay, because I'm used to seeing them with white. Yeah, Portawall. That's exactly it. As soon as I seen what Nate said there, had a set in the past, they look good, but they just aren't the same. Might as well paint white walls on that point. But I'll thank you for the donation, Carking Spot. That was nice of you. I really, really appreciate that. I really do. And that was a very kind message of you. It really was. I truthfully, I don't know if raised white letters with red wheels would look right, or I could be overthinking it. What year is the bug? Actual wheel color is on the Somme. It might be white rim with black center. That's funny, number one, because I have, and I can't get them out right now, the rims that were on the 68 in the front were actually a black center with the white outer ring. So I don't know if they were, my bug is a 68. I don't know if that was normal for that or if somebody put them on. There was two front ones on her like it when I got it. So it's funny you brought that up. Ain't one, I have them on my wheels. I'm not a fan, but my car is all taken apart, so I'm not driving it. Yeah, I seen Chris Falone use the white, fake Portawalls, and he was making a big deal out of them a while back. I guess he had some luck with them, maybe, I don't know. And he had used them, and I thought, But then I heard a few other people going, no, don't do that. Do not put them on your car. So, I mean, white walls, are they pricey? Yes, they are. However, I was with a daily driver, keeping them clean, they'll be fine with rated letters. And the thing is, for as often as we drive these cars, the tires would probably last for quite some time. But then again, I would like to use mine a lot. I know Heather will constantly wanting to be in it because she'd rather be in an older car than a newer one, I had so I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything. And not sure white walls would be good on a day driver. Keeping it clean would be fine. Making sure I didn't miss anything. Walls taken apart. My screen jumped completely, and I'm trying to catch back. Okay. Not sure white walls would be good on a daily drive. Keeping it clean, okay, fine with raised white letters. And that's the thing. I already bought the raised white letters. I wanted that 70s look, with the white letters. Good night, Darren. Have a great night, brother. I'll catch up with you tomorrow. I actually need to get on the phone with Darren. I enjoy talking on the phone with him, but I try not to he's busy. I'm busy, so it makes it tough sometimes. And I hope Reed had a great birthday. Well, kids, think it's time for this teddy bear crashes. Hey, good night, Rod. I hope things smooth for you, brother. You got this. You got this. You've already been to hell. Now you're coming back. I just hope it all goes smooth for you. I really, really do. Baked with 13 house pets, so 4 moderate tires, white walls, not matter about the wear and tear due to driving. Yeah, they're not very heavy, that's for sure. Hide your hair dryer somewhere else. Yeah, she's kind of monitors what I have in the garage now. Man, I missed most of it, Brother Slade, on the road tonight. I'll go back and listen later. Sounds good, Moose. I know on Fridays you're on the road. I understand that, brother. I do. Thank you for stopping in, and please be safe out there. I'm heading out in a second here anyhow. I didn't even realize I've been in an hour and 40 minutes already. Okay, Sunday's video will be out. The rest of the swing axle, the last video with the adjustment of the axle, and then I'm going to do a bunch more braking system stuff so I can get the wheels on the car and get it on the ground and use those dollies to move it around the garage my daughter bought me, which was sweet. I do too many burnouts to 4 white walls. SS hats are the best way to keep raised white letters. Oh, and that's what I use. Realty has been absolute favorite 4 seasons. And you know what? That's Nate. I've always done that with SOS pads or that Wesley's bleach white. I think Black Magic owns them now, bid 165 and 195. Yeah, that's actually a combination that a lot of people like to use the 195s on the back. But everybody, please have a safe weekend. Enjoy your weekends. God bless you all. I appreciate y'all. Love you all very much. And I mean that. You're great folks. And honestly, we're all blessed to have each other. Everybody take care of themselves. And I will definitely catch up with you next Friday night. And watch for the video on Sunday. I appreciate it. Good night, everybody.